Hey everybody, welcome back to another Dollar Store Teacher Challenge, and today we're going to make this about as easy as possible, and it's using nothing but an old pool noodle. Now, I know that pool noodles might not be something you can find at Dollar Tree right now, but chances are if there are any left at stores, they're going to be on a super good clearance price. If not, save this video if you can find them again, or even better, without spending your own money, reach out to families who you know might be getting rid of these because pool season's over wherever you are. I know it's over here, and just recently I put all of our pool stuff away into our garage, so there might be some parents doing the same thing who would be willing to donate these. So I want to go over 3 easy ways to make fun games for your classroom using nothing but pool noodles. Now, I said using nothing but pool noodles, but for this one, we're going to actually use a few add-on things, all of which you can get at Dollar Tree. So the first one, you just need a pair of scissors. So I'm going to use one pool noodle. Now, for these different games, you're going to need multiple pool noodles, but we're just going to use one since I have one right here, and I'll split it up and show you how we're going to do it. So the first game, what I would do is use a whole pool noodle for this. And it's an ABC or a number game. I know this has been done before. I see people string these onto like long wooden dowel rods, but I did something a little bit different that my kids absolutely loved. So you just take your scissors or a razor blade or an X-Acto knife or whatever it is, and you cut this apart. Now when you cut it, try to cut it in jagged sections. And what I mean is when I cut the first one, I'm not gonna cut it straight across the pool noodle. I want an angle on it. And I'll show you why as we continue around it here. So like this. Cut a piece that has an angle like that. And then the next one up, cut in a different angle, and a different angle, and a different angle. Now, I'll show you why as I cut through this here. Let me keep going for you. All right, so I only used 3 pieces. Now, you would take a whole pool noodle and cut how many of you need? At least like 26 if you're gonna do an ABC puzzle, more if you might do numbers, whatever you want them counting to. Now, the cool part about this is by cutting these in these different shapes, it not only becomes a alphabet game or a number ordering game, but also a little puzzle for the kids to try to solve. So what I would do then is on the main piece, which is this one because it's got the flat side, I would just take a Sharpie or a whatever kind of marker you want, and I'm just going to put an A on that piece, and then I need to figure out which piece was next, and it was this one, and a B, and then a C, and as you can see, you would go on, so on, and so on, and so on, and so on, right? So this goes like this. Now, as you're doing this as a teacher, make sure that you're doing it the way that it should be so that these stack up the right way. You don't want to give it so your kids can't figure out the puzzle. You know what I mean? So C. All right, so there's the first game. Now, you would do this A to Z or numbers 1 through 30, whatever it may be. But now that I've got that done, you can see that not only are they just stacking numbers or letters, so they're on there, but they're going to have to do it in a puzzle type because not only do C, A, and B go together, but they have to figure out how to actually stack those up to get this to stack as high as they can. Like they can tell, I can tell that there's C, but that's not going to work. So we need to figure out that C is most likely going to go, they've got to figure out the correct angle like that. And then as they build it up and up and up, they'll be able to see how high they can get it. So then they can start tracking to see against their friends. I built to the letter M or I built to the letter Q. Whatever it may be, just a fun way to build puzzles while working on ABCs, 1, 2, 3s. You can even do these in short little blobs with letters on them and make sight words. So to build the word blue or to build green or to build red, whatever it may be. Just add things to them, cut them in puzzle-shaped pieces rather than just flat across. And now they've got little puzzles they have to try to build and see how high they can stack them. So that's one idea. The next idea, we're still going to use the same pool noodle. And I did get this at the Dollar Tree back when they still had them. I just have this stack of dollar store items laying around to use for these videos. And this is one that I thought I got today. The next one is going to build some things that I absolutely loved to play with when I was a kid, but doing it in a fashion that your kids can do it in the classroom without spending a ton of money. So for this one, you again need to cut different length pieces. Now, not little ones like we did the ABCs, but a little bit longer, maybe a little shorter, some really long, however you want it to go. But so let's just cut one, and I'll show you what we're gonna do. So we're just gonna cut a piece. And then you're gonna wanna split it down the middle. Now, you could keep it just like this. That'd be kind of cool too. But if you wanna make this project or this idea last a little bit longer or get more of your money's worth, split it down the middle as well. So we're gonna split this. Again, you could do what I'm going to do with a whole round noodle, and actually putting out whole round ones and split ones might be kind of cool because it offers a varying look for what the kids are gonna make. But you're gonna take these, and then you're gonna take wooden skewers that you can also get in the kitchen section at the Dollar Tree. So I'm just gonna take some wooden skewers, and beforehand, you're gonna wanna cut these to different lengths. And maybe just buy ones that aren't as sharp or cut the sharp end off, because the pointy ends will actually work as well by sticking through them, and that's what you need to happen. You need the kids to be able to poke these through there, or again, if you're working with little ones, you might wanna do it ahead of time yourself. Just get rid of the pointy ones if they're gonna be doing it themselves. Then you're gonna get some of our good old Dollar Tree Play-Doh, or clay, whatever you wanna call this crafting dough, and you're gonna let the kids form little marble runs, and that's what we're making with these. So we're gonna use the Play-Doh on the end of the wooden skewer, like so, and stand it up. I don't know if you can see that real well, but there we go. So see how it's standing up there? And then, this is why I said cut these to different heights, because you're gonna want marble runs that go on an angle. So I'm just gonna cut this wooden skewer real quick for you. I mean, let's be honest, you could really just break these off as well. And we're gonna stick it right there. So now you can see I've got two varying heights, and this is where you would want to cut the pointy tips off for your students and just let them use the sharp ends. You could also go ahead and pre-make little holes in the ends of these so they just know how to stand them up themselves. I'm just gonna do this for you right now to show you an example. So we can put that right there. We could put this right here, and now we've got the beginnings of a marble run. We can drop a marble there and see it run. Now the cool part about cutting them in half like this, so you can't see me, cutting them in half like this is that you've got more pieces. So I could take this one, and I've got this one go in this direction, but then I wanna turn and make this one go this direction when it falls into that little spot right there. So I'm just gonna use different skewers, and we'll just keep this going. The other thing you can do that can be really cool with these is once you get these pieces cut, or use the whole noodle to make a tunnel for the marble go through, is take some really good sturdy magnet strips, like double-sided magnet tape, and put it on the sides of these, and then you can hang these on your magnetic whiteboard. So the kids can build varying degrees of angles that go back and forth for a marble run to go down a whiteboard by attaching a magnetic strip and letting it bounce down and bounce down and bounce down and bounce down and make marble runs very cheaply to build across your magnetic whiteboard. Simple, right? All right, and the last one, this idea, I have to credit my amazing amazing wife, Trisha, who did this with her class, and I saw it work wonders, and they absolutely love it. I don't remember where she got the idea or if it was her own. She can comment and let you know that. I just saw it in her room for the first time I ever saw it, and I thought they were the coolest thing in the world. So she's made a ton of games with this, some with things she already had, and some with things she made on her own. But all she did was take pool noodles and cut them into chunks like this. So again, she went to Dollar Tree, bought pool noodles. I think she probably got 5 or 6 these pieces out of each pool noodle. Then she cut just a little hole in this one side, right in the middle. And then she took unsharpened pencils and stuck them through with the eraser side still down. Now you could use sharpened pencils to poke through as well, like that. What she did then was just add a little bit of hot glue right here so that the pool noodle and pencil did not separate from the kids. And what she made is what we call word whackers. So picture going to the arcade and playing that amazing game, Whack-A-Mole, right? That's all she did with this. And now she's got little whackers that you can whack things on the table. So these are used to whack out different sight words for spelling, for counting, for skip counting. She says a word, they find it on a mat. You could honestly come up with endless possibilities that you would use to make games out of these little word whackers, number whackers, sight word whackers, whatever you want to call them. Think of the game Whack-A-Mole and think of how you could add different things to the table. I know she did find some things on TPT. If you look up Whack-A-Word, I think maybe, I don't know exactly what it's called. I'll try to link that somewhere if I can find it from her. She found some math that someone made to play like Whack-A-Mole in the classroom, but you really don't need to do that if you just start printing out your sight words, your numbers, your letters, whatever it may be, depending on your grade level. I mean, think about this. What about you're a high school teacher and you're working on, I don't know, like Table of Elements. I've mentioned this before, some other games. Have your high school students playing whack-a-mole with the Table of Elements, or have your junior high students doing vocab quizzes or working on parts of, I don't know, the Constitution, and they're whacking out different parts of the Constitution for their Constitution test practice. The ideas for this type of play are endless. Now, these are just a few ideas from one pool noodle. Imagine the possibilities. If you got different colors, cut different sizes, different lengths, you can make amazing marble runs for your kids with those wooden skewers, or just by putting magnets on the back, different colored whack-a-mole sticks for different activities around the classroom, whatever it may be. Now, that's it for that, but I do want to remind you all that if you haven't heard from me on social media before, ideas like this and more are included in a book that I am putting out with the amazing Dave and Shelley Burgess from DBC Inc. And I cannot wait to share all that with you. It's in their editor's hands right now. No release date yet, but it's going to be soon. So keep an eye out from Dave and Shelley Burgess. You know Dave from Teach Like a Pirate and Shelley from Lead Like a Pirate, and their amazing repertoire of books, DBC Inc. Just make sure you're watching, because my play-based learning book for elementary teachers is going to be coming out soon, and I cannot wait. It'll include tons of dollar store ideas, as well as other ways to adapt any type of game in your classroom to make it work all year long. So thank you for this. I hope you can find some more ideas. And as always, if you have other ideas and challenging ways to use pool noodles, share them below so other teachers can find them. And follow my website, adampetersoneducation.com. Hit me up on Instagram, YouTube, hit the like button, whatever it may be. And I'll see you guys soon.